Um, I'm going to pull up blocks real quick. We're going to take a look at a couple things on blocks. Okay, insider transactions have flattened out. They've been going down since 2006. You can see they have flattened out here. Institutions, it's the same deal, even though I was on the wrong stock. Um, Here's 2006 in this area. It's been on the decline. You can see the last several months, last quarter, it's flattened out, and actually, it's up for the first time since, what is it? I think it was September 2006. So for the first time, we've seen some insider buying in ERS. Um, Equalize all these pains. I'm going to pull up the short interest ratio. Let me see if I can. It's kind of hard when it's all really small like this. You can see that's quite high, up around 6 days to cover, and it's really jumped up this quarter. In fact, in April it jumped up. So, that's always a nice thing when you're buying a stock long, the possibility for a nice short squeeze. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. I'm going to go back to the chart. I'm going to show you some support and resistance on this. I'll clean this up a little bit, get rid of that indicator. And let's look at the daily chart first of all. And like I said, I like these gaps. And we have this support in this level over here. You can see we have what looks like, and the top of the gap, the bottom of the gap, I like both for support and resistance. We can see what looks like a little tweezer bottom here on these 2 days. Let me get rid of this. We're going to take a look at hourly. And on the hourly, it looks to me like we've got fairly good support between $9.85 and $10, in this level. Let me get out my little drawing. So in this level here around $9.80, $9.85 to $10, it looks like we've got a pretty decent support zone brewing there. So if you consider a long position, maybe you want to have the stop under $9.85 or something like that. We've got some resistance up here around $10.60, our first zone of resistance. You can see former resistance over here, and then we had former support over there. It becomes resistance over here. Another one of the interesting things, I think, is this pattern here is kind of reminiscent of a rising three methods pattern. It's not perfect. This body should be inside this body, and it's not 3 days, but that doesn't really matter. But it kind of looks like that, and it's held up within the lower confines, the open of this big day. So this is a kind of a bullish consolidation pattern. The volume is tapered off into that, so I think that is kind of a promising development. What else do we have? We have that doji over there, so that's showing a loss of momentum, so we like that with the tweezer bottom that I showed you. And one of the entries that I sometimes use, and you can maybe consider using this, I would probably use it on a half-an-hour chart in this instance. So I'm going to show you a half-an-hour chart. What I like to do is take a half-an-hour candle, or 5 minutes if you're day trading or whatever, and when it closes above the previous 3 closes, so here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, when it closes above those last 3, you would enter a long position, and you can use it for a stop as well. So when it closes below the previous 3, you would stop out. In this case over here, we have a close below 1, 2, 3, so you'd stop out. So you can wait until you see a close above these 3 and enter the stock. So I think you have a little bit less risk that way. There's better systems for stopping out, but actually on a 5-minute chart it actually works pretty good. So take a look at that. I'm not sure if I have time to cover BPG, but BPG is a stock that I'm in right now, and I think it's really looking pretty interesting. I've been in it for a while. We've made a lot of money on BPG. Here's a 5-minute chart real quick on the Fast3C, and you can see that positive divergence, big volume in here today towards the close, relatively speaking, for BPG. And a couple other things I wanted to show you real quick if we have time here. I'm not sure. I use MoneyStream, like I told you, and I also use a 3C version of money stream. And one of the things I want to show you, it's in white over here. You can see even though BPG's just been kind of traveling laterally, this indicator's really jumped up real strong, and I like that a lot. One of the other things, BPG responds very well to Bollinger Bands, particularly when they pinch. As you can see in past cases over here, we get fairly decent rallies. So it's pinching again in this area. I think that's also a promising development. And finally, we'll look at price and volume real quick. I'll get rid of this indicator. And I'm going to show you a 15-minute chart. You can see the green spike over here. If we take a look at an hourly chart, we can kind of put that in perspective. We've seen a lot of volume. Maybe this was capitulation, I don't know. But on this hourly chart, you can see these green spikes popping up. Got a pretty good advance here towards the close on that one. We've got support on this stock somewhere in the neighborhood here of 76 cents, somewhere in this area. Oh, on my draw. There we go. Somewhere in this area around 76 cents. You could even use the 80-cent level if you want to tighten up a stop. But these are speculative positions under $5, so you should really be careful about how big of a position size you have on those. We have a lot of articles on risk management on the blog, so you can check those out. You got first level of resistance over here around 90 cents. See if we can get a break of that. This stock could move. One other thing I want to show you real quick on this hourly is what I presume to be a little pennant going on here. And one of the things we look for in pennants, obviously, is declining volume. This could be a bullish development. In my opinion, these can go both ways, but in my opinion, this looks like a more bullish development. So I'm in BPG. Visit tradeguild.blogspot.com, and we are a free site. All the information that you've seen, all the research is all free. We accept donations, and we encourage you to patronize our affiliates like Trade Guild. And we really appreciate that. It doesn't cost anything more, and we have links on our site. You can sign up for your first 30 days of Telechart for free. And we have a lot of other cool stuff like live chat on our site at tradeguild.blogspot.com. That's it for tonight. Thanks a lot for listening.